Welcome back, Rich Minds. This your boy Reno, coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be why you should forgive but don't forget. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for the people in the back. Listen, y'all. You must forgive those who hurt you. Forgive those who done wrong to you. Forgive those who put harm onto you. All right, but don't forget. All right, don't forget. I know it's somebody who did you wrong. Yes, sir. I know it's somebody who put harm onto you or caused harm onto your heart. But I got news for you. I'm going to need you to forgive that person. Don't forgive them for them. Forgive them for you. Yes, sir. Forgive that person because you need that mental space. You need that emotional break. You need your peace. All right. And so I want to get directly into it. But before I get into the video, y'all already know what we do, man. Y'all make sure y'all give this video a thumbs up as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. And if any one of these resonate with y'all, y'all be sure to comment, I forgave. All right. So with that being said, we're going to get directly into it. So number one, all right. Number one is going to be, they will get it all back. Yes, sir. Karma is real, y'all. Listen, in the Bible, it says you reap what you sow. In science, it says it's cause and effect. All right. Listen, whenever a person have done wrong unto you, whenever a person has did some things to you, at the end of the day, if they had negative intentions, all right, bad intentions, they gonna get that all back. Why do I say that? Listen, 1 + 1 = 2, right? 2 + 2 = 4, right? That is a sign, that is a mathematical equation. That's just what it is. Science don't lie, math does not lie as well. I need you to understand something. The person who did you wrong, the person who caused harm onto you, the person who broke your heart, all right? I know somebody probably was in a relationship, in a marriage, in a friendship, and you ain't do nothing wrong. And that person just simply gave you, right? They gave you they ass to kiss. We're going to keep it real today, y'all. Yes, sir. They gave you they ass to kiss. And you sitting back wondering like, man, I know God ain't going to let them get away with that. All right? I know they ain't just going to get away with that. Yes, sir. I know they ain't just going to do me wrong and they going to live happily ever after. No, y'all. It does not work like that. It's literally an equation. They got to get back what they got to reap what they sowed. They're going to get it all the way back. And so I need you to understand this. Karma does not miss an address. All right? Karma does not miss an address. They may not get caught right in front of you, but somebody gonna see it and it's gonna get right back to you. Or the way how it works these days, they may get caught, all right in front of you. You may see it. You may see like, dang, I ain't think it was gonna happen that fast, but it did. You know what I'm saying? So understand that you have to realize they will get it all back. Forgive that person, but don't forget what they did to you. Okay? Number two is you're going to have a healthier mind. As I said earlier in the video, y'all, whenever you're holding on to something, your mindset will not be able to be free. You won't have peace. Listen, if you don't have anything else, you want some peace. All right? You need your peace. Listen, if you're around 100 people, all right, and it's nothing but chaos, how will you be able to get your rest? How will you be able to sleep? How will you be able to think? You don't have no peace. Okay? And here's the thing. You don't even got to be around 100 people that's bringing out nothing but pure chaos. Maybe you just surround yourself. Maybe you inside the room. Maybe you just inside your crib and you got nothing but chaos going on inside your mind because you thinking about what a person did to you in 3rd grade. You thinking about what a person did to you in 12th grade. You thinking about what they did to you at work. See, listen, I need you to understand something. You're going to have to forgive them, but don't forget what they did. All right? Correct the mistake. Correct the way that you move. Correct the way that you allow the person to get close in. See, when you have a healthier mind, you're able to take care of the business around your house, take care of the business within inside yourself, take care of the business within life, period. You're going to have a much healthier mind. I want to say this too. If you're not able to get over something and you just holding on to this, how can you be in another relationship? How can you be in another marriage? How can you be in a friendship? Because what's going to happen is you're going to feel like everybody is the same exact way. Yes, sir. We all don't feel victim to it. All right. We all done fell victim to it. You're going to feel like everybody is the same way. And I think the term is called jaded. You become jaded. You start feeling like everybody that come in your life is out to get you. You see what I'm saying? You start thinking that everybody is out to get you. See, there's nothing wrong with having wisdom. It's nothing wrong with being wise. See, God gave us the spirit of discernment for a reason. And I speak about it a lot. But what I'm simply saying is, if you got that chaotic mind, if you have that mind that make you feel like everybody is out to get you, whenever you do get around some nice people, or whenever you do get around some people who got nothing but good intentions for you, that chaotic mind, that unhealthy mind is going to run them away, okay? Or you're going to start draining people, all right? So understand this. You're going to have to realize whenever you forgive them, you're going to have a healthier mind. But understand, forgive, but don't forget, all right? Number three, it's going to simply be this, y'all. It excludes bitterness, all right? You can't drink poison and expect for the other person to die from it. Yes, sir. I think y'all probably missed that one, okay? You can't drink poison and expect for the other person to die from it. All right, so I got a testimony, y'all. For me, one thing that I'm not gonna say I was bitter about, but I didn't get over until maybe a few years, maybe 2 years, right? My father not coming to my graduations. Right? You're able to make it to everybody else's graduation. I'm not jealous of that, okay? I wasn't jealous. But what I did not like was, how can you miss your only son? How can you miss your only boy graduation? How can you miss that? Like, what? Okay, I understand it. You went to jail the first time. But the second time you're out, you're home. You home. What's the excuse now? You can't get there? What is it? And I put myself in his shoes like, okay, if I had a son and I missed the first graduation, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I get there. I need y'all to follow something, right? So as I'm looking and analyzing the situation, and I'm like 20, I graduated college when I was 22 years old. So from 22 to about 24, I don't think we talked. I don't think we spoke for like a year or maybe 2 years. I know it's like, damn, you ain't talked to your dad in 2 years? Hey, man, it's real like that. And some of y'all probably didn't even meet y'all dad. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all get it. But I say that to say this. In that 2-year period or 1 year period, I had to find a sense of forgiveness. I didn't forget it, but I had to find a sense of forgiveness. I say that to say this. Whenever you are holding on to something, you're holding on to bitter. Right? You're holding on to bitterness. You don't want to be bitter about something that your dad did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 1 year ago. Same thing with your mom. You don't want to be bitter. You want to exclude that bitterness, okay? Because all you're doing is drinking that poison, and you're hoping that they die from the poison, right? You're hoping that they feel everything that you're going through. But in actuality, it's just a mental chaotic war. It's your own battle. They don't know what you got. They probably got a feeling, or they probably, have an idea, but they don't know exactly what you're going through. Okay? They don't understand exactly how you feel. You know how you feel. They don't know how you feel. So I say all that to say this once again, y'all. You want to forgive this person, because what it's going to do is exclude that bitterness. All right. Now, some people may say, well, Reno, if you're not forgetting it, then, basically it's still the same thing. You ain't forget it. Listen, God gave us a memory for a reason. I'm not sitting here saying that, forgive and, just forget it. No, you're supposed to remember certain things, not to bring it up and throw it up in a person's face, but so you can learn from the wisdom and you can teach somebody else, just like I'm teaching y'all. Right? Like I told y'all, I had a situation with my biological father who clearly was not in my life like that. And when I graduated the first time, he wasn't there due to being incarcerated. But the second time, he was out. And he never did make it to my graduation. And it was something that I didn't take too kind of. And it was something that I honestly didn't forgive him for. And that's why we didn't talk. But within that period, I had to find peace within myself. Because the worst thing you want is Whenever a person starts talking about this particular person, you feel some type of way on the inside. Whenever you see a picture, you want to hurry scroll past it. Like, come on, man. Let's go ahead and forgive emotionally, within your heart, within your mind, okay? Psychologically. Let's just start go ahead and curing these wounds, okay? Healing these wounds. Let's stop holding on to bitterness, all right? And that's a big one, y'all. And remember this. You can't drink poison and expect from the other person to die from it, all right? So the next one, number 4. Number 4 is going to be, it allows you to move on. Yes, sir. I know I'm talking to somebody tonight, y'all. It allows you to move on. How can you move on and be in a new relationship, right? And you still stuck on stupid over here. You still stuck on crazy over here. You stuck on how dude did you over here. You stuck on what she did to you. How can you move on? You still right here. You're going to have to move on so you can move up. Yes, sir. You're going to have to move on so you can move up. Move up where, Reno? Move up in life. Okay? Move up into a new environment. Move up into a new house. Move up into a new car. But you still stuck on stupid. You still stuck on what they did. You still stuck on how they made you feel. And you haven't got over the things that they did, okay? In order for you to get to the next level, you're going to have to forgive them. Don't forget it, but forgive them so you can move on. Understand that. And I believe that's a real big one in terms of forgiving a person. Because I tell you this. I tell y'all this, right? And I got another story, but I'm going to say that for another video. But I'll tell y'all this. Let's just say you was in a relationship with a person, all right? You was in a relationship with a person, and that person cheated on you, okay? Or adultery, all right? I understand that the analogy may be extreme, but listen to what I'm saying. Follow me. This person cheated on you or committed adultery or whatever the case was, all right? And y'all, y'all departed. Y'all separated. Cool. Do you know if this person, if it was like a bad breakup, do you know that this person, or in order for them to fully move on, at some point, they're going to have to see you again. They're going to have to reach out to you. They're going to have to say, look, man, that conscience going to get to talking to them. It's that conscience. Look, hey, I apologize. Y'all probably will never ever be a thing again. But they go, look, I apologize. You know why they saying I apologize? So they can properly move on. Listen, you may not get that apology until a year later. You may not get that apology until 5 years later, 10 years later, 20 years later, if y'all still living. But what I am saying is, just because they've moved on, or that's what it seems like, doesn't mean that they actually did move on mentally, psychologically, emotionally, in whatever aspect they haven't moved on in. Why? Because it's that conscience that's inside of them. I say that to you to say this right here. Sometimes you have to allow the other person to make their apology or apologize for you. It works both ways. Sometimes they have to make the apology just so they can move on for their conscience. Sometimes maybe you got to make the apology, or sometimes you have to take the higher action so you can say, you know what? I forgive you. All right? I forgive you. And forgiveness and an apology go hand in hand, right? Because that in order for you to forgive a person, you got to forgive their apology. Okay? That apology and that forgiveness go hand in hand. And so without beating a dead horse, y'all, all I'm simply saying is that apology and that forgiveness, it coincides with one another, and it allows you to move on both ends. All right? So number 5, y'all. Number 5, which is the last one, it's going to be this, y'all. You become the bigger person. See, when you take the low road, you become just like them. All right? When you take the higher road, you become bigger and better than them. Reno, explain. All right, cool. Let's just say, again, you're in a relationship with this person and y'all had a bad breakup, right? Forget you, fuck you, you know, whatever. All right? And y'all have this bad breakup. Who's better in the situation? Nobody. Nobody is better in the situation because y'all both wasn't listening. Y'all both had an argument and y'all both was childish and just didn't, nobody was actually active listening in the conversation. Nobody was actually talking like an adult. Everybody is mad. Everybody is in their feelings. But guess what? When you take the higher road, you become the bigger person and you become the better person. You're not saying that, look, I'm better than you in terms of I have more than you, but I'm better than what I'm portraying myself as, or I'm better than what this situation is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the higher road and portray myself in a better light. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to, cuss at you. I'm not going to fuss with you. I'm not going to drain myself. I'm not going to indulge in the negativity. All right. So this is what I'm saying, y'all. It allows you to become a bigger and better person. Simply as that. All right. Simply as that. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, that's the video. Make sure that you forgive, but don't forget. Okay. Forgive. Don't forget. All right, so as I conclude this video, y'all be sure to hit the links in my bio, right? Check out one of my books, 8 Steps to Self-Publishing, a Successful Book, Rich Mentality, Fairly Unequal, and Traumatized by Love, all right? And also, be sure to join any one of my memberships, whether that's Patreon or YouTube membership, okay? Look, I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.